to see you again. Last time we talked about the software and how to go ahead and import or create a program for you to cut your veneer triangles out for your advanced woods project with the different veneers. So what I've done is as we talked before, I've utilized the whole piece of veneer, and we have all the grain going in the correct direction. So I want to take the camera and bring you over here to the laptop so you can see exactly what we've done. I thought that we could get some other pieces of veneer inside the sheet, but when I took this piece and mirrored it up, it was coming off the page. So unfortunately, it can't work. Now, some of you might say, well, yeah, but what if you take a triangle and move it at 90 degrees? Well, the problem with that is then the grain will not be running in the correct direction. Remember, we want all this to be the same. So if we change that, it's not gonna work out. So that's kind of the luck on that. Now, what I wanna do is I wanna show you how we take this file that we created in this software and then move it over to the software that the laser machine reads. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take this file, I'm gonna highlight everything. So basically I just drew a box around everything and clicked off it, so it highlights it all, it's all in magenta. Now I'm gonna go up to my file and I'm gonna put export as a DXF. I'm gonna click on that. And then what I want to name this is I want to name this Advanced Woods Project Veneer 38.5 by 15. That's the dimensions of the piece of veneer for that specific piece, the Enegray. Okay. And then I'm gonna press save, and that's gonna go to the flash drive. Okay. And then what I want to do is come down here, open up my other software program, and then I want a new document. Click on that. And then I'm going to type in the sizes that I need. I need 38.5 by 15. And we're going to go ahead and press OK. So that document will come up. Now I have just a blank piece of material here, right? So this is the software program that we need to run on the laser. So I'm going to go up to File, and I'm just going to simply just import, come over, and I'm going to import that DXF file, which is this file right here. I'm going to double click on that. I want a 1:1 ratio scaling. I press OK, and then I take this and bring this cursor over here, or this tool, and I'm going to go ahead and click on it, drag it over to the far corner, and that just went ahead and moved everything, but everything exactly the same. So now this is ready to go ahead and take to the controller over at the laser and laser out all these triangles for you. Okay? Now all I'm going to do is press File, Save As, and I'm going to label that your class name, which I'm going to put in there, Advanced Woods Project Veneer 38.5 by 15, so that way I can keep these straight, because remember we have several different sizes of veneer. But now I want to take you over. I'm going to take you over to the veneer, the vacuum press, so you can see this is still vacuumed down real nice and tight. We should probably have this in here for a couple more days, just to make sure it's completely dried out. I did change out the paper towel this morning to make sure we can keep on pulling out moisture, so that way this doesn't take forever. My guess is that after the weekend, we should be able to go ahead, pull this out. We should be able to take all the different veneers over to the laser, start cutting out all of our triangles, and then we can go ahead and decide on which way we want the grain to be running on our squares once we put the 4 pieces of triangles together, so that way we create the pattern we want. But we have a couple decisions to make on how we want that to look. There's certain different ways I was thinking about. I want to show you some different ways that we could arrange the different veneers depending on your likes, dislikes, whatnot. But I think it's going to be extremely dramatic because the grain that you have picked with the species, and how we have pretty much straight grain and curly or figured material. So I think we're going to really like the way this looks. It's really going to pop, especially once we get a nice finish on it. It should look pretty dynamite. But we'll also be using the vacuum press again to vacuum down the veneer on the substrate, which is our MDF core. On the bottom side though, we have to remember something. We have to make sure that we have a veneer on the bottom. We can't just veneer the top, because if we do that, it's going to cup and warp. It's going to end up bad. So we have to have a balancing veneer on the bottom side as well. So I'd like to talk to you guys about that at a later time, but I think this is about where we're going to leave off for right now until we pick up going over next door to go ahead and start lasering out. We just need time for this to pull the moisture out and flatten out, so that way we're ready to go ahead and work with a flat surface. That way our vectors don't change when we use the laser to cut these things out. So it should be pretty cool on how things work, and then I'll get to show you some neat little tricks and stuff like that with the different types of tapes that we use, and how we put these things together on a board. And that's where things start getting dramatic, getting pretty exciting. So until next time, Mr. C, I'll see you guys later. Be good, be safe, make great decisions, okay? Bye.